Welcome back to Clubhouse Chronicles, the place where the Central Illinois music scene gets loud, proud, and unfiltered. I'm Twitt. I wanted to kind of sit and talk about. This is the 1 year anniversary of Clubhouse Chronicles. Last year, the first episode came out on January 1st, our little pilot episode, if you will, which is amazing. So I'm just want to kind of recap the year and kind of talk about everything that has transpired. I mean, like we did a lot of cool stuff. I guess to start, wow, we made it a year. This was just something that I wanted to try. I wanted to come up with a way to really promote the scene, really get to know artists in the scene and beyond, and just find a way, some way to get their music out there and get their stories out there, because they're all important to tell. I didn't know how long it would go or where it would go, but I'm really, really happy with the work we were able to do this year. I know this last month has been kind of crazy with how much we've been like putting out over and over and over again. It's there's just a lot of stuff, cool things that we got to do. Sitting down with some of the artists that really popped off this year. Liz Allen had a great project this year. We sat down with her. Sweet Milk was doing a lot of really cool things with their releases. Jenny, above all else, Jenny was our first interview, and she had a crazy finish to the year where Operator kind of took off, and it's over 500,000 streams now, which is crazy to think about. All the artists, all the artists that we've spoken to have seen some great growth this year, and the word is starting to trickle out about what's going on in Central Illinois, which is really, really awesome. Obviously, I think for me, the highlight of the year for this podcast was actually getting on site at Mount Moon Fest. I think that was so cool, just to have all the different camera angles going, and shout out to Ethan G for hooking that up with that collab. But this was just meant to be an easy way to sit down with artists and talk with them and hear their stories and learn more about their music that they had coming out. And that's why it's always just been like, yeah, we'll just do it virtually. There's no need to meet up anywhere, because then you gotta like sync a bunch of schedules. If you're in a band, you could just log on from wherever you're at and do this interview. So doing that, I think was really cool, because there was a lot of moving pieces. A lot of the stuff that you guys may not know, because you just saw the interviews, was we ran into like camera issues. Like, we were having trouble keeping them charged, so we were having to charge them and then like waiting. Like, I think shout out to Julie Sherry for waiting a little bit while we charged our cameras for our last interview. But that one, like, I think we started the interview and we had gone like 5 minutes or something, and then the cameras just died. So we had to wait for the cameras to charge and then start back over again with Julie. So shout out to Julie for being a good sport. But there's just a lot of moving parts to it, and it was really cool to be on site at the festival and talk to all these artists as they were coming off a stage, and talking with Voda, the founder of Mount Moon Fest. Like, that was really cool for me. I think also highlighting the different creators in the scene. Like, one of my favorite interviews, I think, is with Caspian Voss, and the work that they do and the work they did with Emily the band, and seeing the way that they have grown this year. They started a podcast for photography. They started releasing their own music, or putting out snippets at least, which is awesome. So it's just the growth of creatives, and giving them that platform to kind of speak on it and share. It's just really cool to see the development over the course of a year, and then being able to look back and be like, yeah, we did that. So it's really surreal for me to sit here and just be like, wow, what a year. We didn't reach, like, my goal obviously was to like have an episode each week, and obviously that didn't happen. But there's always so much room for improvement, and I'm excited to see where this goes then this next year, because we're gonna stay on this. We got some good interviews lined up. We're gonna have a Venus Overdrive interview soon. We're gonna have a Sorry Forever interview soon. If so, I'm just like so stoked about what we have in store already for this coming year. That I just can't wait to share more of it with all of you, and keep spreading the good word about our artists in the community. Like, it's crazy, and plus new bands are popping up every day and releasing music. So there's going to be new guests. Hopefully we can bring it back some of our old guests and sit down and talk with them about what they've been working on this past year, kind of where they're at with their music and stuff. So I'm super excited. My goal for this year is to really step it up from Clubhouse Chronicles, not only like via the podcast, but like also the other stuff that we're doing on our Instagram page, on the YouTube for the label. We're going to try to highlight some more creatives in the scene. We're going to try to highlight some DIY venues this year. Hopefully more on that to come. We're finalizing those details. But I'm super looking forward to what's coming down the pipeline for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I know me and my team, we love creating this stuff and highlighting everyone, and just playing our part in the scene to help everyone. So I hope you guys like it too. Yeah, but it's the new year, so happy new year to everyone out there. I hope everyone had a great holiday season. I hope everyone has had a great time with their families and friends and spending time with them. And I'm looking forward to everything coming this year, and I hope you guys are too. So thanks for hanging out with us for this full year of Clubhouse Chronicles. We're so excited for this new year and in 2026, and sharing more of your stories and more of the artist stories in this community. So I hope that you stick around for 2026, and there will be new interviews coming your way soon. If you want to stay in the loop with what we got going on this next year, you can follow us on Instagram at ClubChronPod. You can also find this podcast on all podcast platforms. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, those are the main ones, I feel like. But you can find us there. You can check out full video episodes on our YouTube page, which is linked to Broken Record Music Club because we are kind of conjoined. So check us out on Broken Record Music Club's YouTube page. And speaking of Broken Record Music Club, you can also check them out. That's our label. All of our artists are kind of in the off season right now. But we have some artists that are going to be heating up pretty quickly in January, so be on the lookout for that. You can stay up to date on all of that stuff on Instagram at Broken Record Music Club. We also have our website. Feel free to check out our website, see what we're up to, see all the new highlights, see new physical releases that could be yours. I know the holidays just ended, but you can get some vinyl, you can get some shirts, you can get merch, whatever you want. It's available on the website, so feel free to check that out as well. But happy new year to everyone out there, and I hope 2026 is good to you, because I'm hoping that it's good for me, this podcast, and our music community. So keep it loud, keep it proud, and remember, Central Illinois is where the music magic happens. Peace. We'll see you next week. Another episode.